New banks have to be making money. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian.heise here and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. Grab your stein of coffee. We're going to look at an interesting article from Mortgage Business which frankly surprises me more than anything. This is regarding, new banks and they need to actually be making money before they'll be licensed. Why is this something new? Why is this a revelation? Oftentimes I'll just find articles like this and I've got no idea why this is something special. You tell me, guys, wouldn't this be part of the deal if you're starting a business, if you're starting a bank, if you wanted to make money? Yeah, okay. So, new banks must have a moneymaker, according to APRA. Oh, isn't that good? Lucky we have APRA here to make these suggestions. New banking entrants will need to launch both an income-generating asset product and a deposit product before they can secure a full license under APRA's new standards. APRA has finalized and implemented its revised approach to licensing and supervising new authorized deposit-taking institutions after assessing the restricted licensing pathway that was launched in 2018. The prudential regulator stated that its updated approach, which comprises stronger requirements for being granted a banking license and closer supervision of newer entrants as they seek to establish themselves, will seek to encourage more sustainable competition in the sector by better equipping new banks. I mean, seriously, wouldn't you be doing this anyway? Isn't this the default of starting a business? You want to make money. What am I missing here? What am I guess it's just, my experience in running a small business, the challenges of it. I guess maybe you want to get going, get it in there. Maybe they just want to go public with a new bank, or, the issues that we've seen with some of these neobanks all falling over last year. At least everyone got their money back, unlike many of the brilliant crypto scams, huh? The review followed the closure and license rollback of neobank Ninja, which shuttered operations after long delays in launching revenue-generating products. But everyone got their money back, so there you go, and everyone probably got their fees. APRA has now said that before a bank can gain a restricted ADI license, new entrants will need to present a business plan. I don't understand why this is a change. Anyway, as well as a plan to meet their prudential framework for new ADIs within a period for 2 years, including launch of products and a contingency plan that includes at least one option to execute an orderly and solvent exit from banking. Under the finalized approach, our ADIs will need to achieve a limited launch of both an income-generating asset product and a deposit product before they can gain an ADI license. Previously, our ADIs were allowed to release new products within the limits of the asset threshold, but it was not required to reach a full banking license. Instead, they only needed to meet the requirements of the prudential framework or legislation that applies to the prudential regulation of banks within 2 years. APRA has also increased clarity around capital requirements at different stages for new entrants, aimed at reducing volatility in capital levels and facilitating a transition to established ADIs over time. Restricted ADIs will be required to have initial capital which meets the ongoing capital requirements, the hire of 3 million plus 1 million resolution reserve, or 20% of adjusted assets, with a further 3 months operating expenses. They will also face a 2 million aggregated cap on deposits and a maximum 250,000 aggregated balance on all accounts of an individual customer. Restricted ADIs will further be required to provide APRA with a monthly report during the restricted phase. The regulator has said it will continually work with banks during the restructure phase before it formally assesses if they're ready for a full license. For a new ADI, there will be a requirement to have the hire of either 15 million or 9 months ongoing operating expenses for its initial capital. Further, there is an ongoing capital requirement of either the hire of 10 million or rolling 6 months operating expenses of a percentage of risk-weighted assets. A new ADI will also need to have a conservative capital buffer, which will consist of either 2.5 million or 25% of 6 months rolling operating expenses or 2.5% of risk-weighted assets. Both RADIs and new ADIs will need to have contingency plans, with restricted banks needing to focus on the potential return of deposits. The plan for new ADIs will supposedly evolve with the business through APRA, although APRA has said it will likely focus on the return of deposits in the early stages. Well, they've probably been spooked with what happened with Ninja Bank. Does everyone remember, what was it, that building society pyramid down in Victoria? Do you remember that? I think it was only a few years ago that people finally got their money back. There was a levy for years. So everyone copped that. Everyone, all Victorians were paying for that to bail out the people. The interest rates they were paying were insane, even by those standards, let alone now. The package has responded to feedback from the industry, and after it was initially released for industry consultation in March. There are currently 2 RADIs, in one bank and Alex Bank. Let us know in the chat, guys, in the comments. Do you bank with either of these banks? How do you find them? You know, why do you go to them? You know what? Let's bring these guys up if they're getting mentioned in this article. What is it? In one bank. I've never heard of them. In one bank. Okay. There we go. A value creating digital bank. In one bank is the 3rd Australian bank to be awarded a restricted ADI. It is founded and run by deeply experienced and trusted world-class bankers and powered by lending cloud-native technology, focused on creating value for its retail customers. Okay. Responsible, secure. Doesn't really tell us much about them. What do you think? What's that it? You can request to join. Okay, so you can request an invite. Ooh. And what's the other one? The other one is, what? Alex Bank. So Alex Bank, let's look at that. Never heard of these banks. Would you trust them, everyone? Here we go. Let's click on the ad. Alex gets me an award-winning personal loan. Okay, personal loans. Build your personal loan. Oh, is this all about loans? Okay, guys, there you go. Borrow $10,000, 60 months. Let's pay monthly to make it really bad. What's your credit history? Let's say average. Look at the difference there. Excellent to average. Look at that. This is a poverty trap. Right there. Borrowing when you got no money. Why borrow with Alex? Okay, so it's personal loans. I'm not interested in that. I want to see how much interest you're paying. Oh, there you go. There you go. What would you rather, that or Afterpay or credit cards? Several other banks also accessed RADIs on their journey to becoming full banks, including Volt Bank, which was Australia's first RADI, Judo Bank, and 86400, which has now sold to NAB. So there you go, everyone. I'm surprised that this is new and they've made these changes. I think they're just scared because of what happened to Ninja Bank. So let's have a talk about this, about the solutions or lessons learned. So here's the question for you. Do any of you bank with these micro banks? Do you borrow money for them? Would you do it? And, are you confident or secure with how they're moving forward here? Or is this to actually turn these into real banks and not just alternatives to, money lenders? We'll have to see. I don't know if it fills me with much confidence, but then I really wouldn't be chasing them. I guess I'm not the demo looking for a personal loan or money for that. I've been watching too much Dave Ramsey. Anyway, guys, let me know your thoughts and opinions on this one. Thank you all for watching. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. If you're a fan and enjoy the content I create here, there are a few ways you can support us. You can join us on YouTube or Patreon. Sign up for SelfWealth or Stake. Use our affiliate links at Amazon, eBay, Independent Reserve, or AussieBroadband. Buy our merch from HeiseSays. Use Gold Pass from the Perth Mint or support us via PayPal. Take care. I'll see you all next time. Bye for now.